Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, and the diaspora, friends, all fellow citizens. Before I start, I want to ask you all to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you will get the next update. This have nothing to do with race or party policies. It have to do with Guyana and Guyanese. Today, I want to address the matter concerning a member of the Home Affairs Ministry. What an embarrassment to the nation. But one must not rush to judgment to join with another member of another party or others to call for the resolution of someone or the firing or whatever you want to call it. It is totally unfair for someone to rush to judgment for not getting the facts. When I first heard this matter, I get so many information about it. Some people said the young woman was coming to New York. She was in China with she and Shantaraj, and she was coming to New York to visit her family. And I talk about that because I was wrong, if that was it. But today, when I'm listening to the news, I get to understand a different story altogether. So if you want to make a good story, Guyanese are the good one to take and run with it. I don't know how they don't win a marathon. But my friend, I do not support party policy. I support who's doing good and who care about the country. But today, when I listen to the video from all the news, some people send me statements, say that they searched the woman, they handcuffed her, they take her phone, etc., etc. And she had so many hundreds of thousands of US dollars on her. And it's a possibility that she was going to be laundering money. I'm just telling you what's alleged that people are saying. Why we rush to judgment without waiting on the facts? Any country got their law, and we must maintain that and respect it. Do United States got law like England, Guyana, and elsewhere? If not, there wouldn't be a country. Especially in this time when terrorists and others are trying to get into the U.S. As you might see, Guyana is not left out. We had a homegrown terrorist who supported some organization in America and was accused, it's alleged, because I don't know the man personally, Mr. Kabir Mohammed, they says, was attempting with some group to blow up the Kennedy airport. So I don't blame the U.S. to be skeptical and to check out all citizens of Guyana because you don't know who to trust anymore. And we are living in this country, like many others, when we cannot even live right in the one that we came from because of racial politics and people and corruption. Guyana do not have a system of law. It have a corrupt system where politicians and corrupt businessmen could call the shot. Guyana do not have a party who care for the people, but they all care for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, from 1966 to now, show me what the parliamentarians have done for the people that support them. Show me what the late Forrest Burnham have done, Desmond Hoyt, Cherry Jagan, Mrs. Jagan. Show me what Barrett done for the nation, and Mr. Ramata. This young man, Ali, are trying. As you can see, Indian love business. Anyway, when you could take a graveyard and put a car business on it, those ghosts might be driving in style. What's a bloody embarrassment for an Indian race to buy a cemetery one in Pakistan from the Chinese cemetery, opposite where 24/7 went. The NDC should know about that. Also, the one going down to the East Coast by Pleasance, Buxton area, into Georgetown. Excuse me. But let's deal with what happened in Florida. As I was made to understand that the young woman, the representative of the Home Affairs Ministry, was on her way to China. She and her group on government business. I was made to understand that. Now, I want to be clear here. I'm not taking side. If you book a ticket to go to China or India from Latin and South America, and you have to board the plane in Kennedy Airport or Florida or elsewhere but America or any country, you are on a thing called transit, which means you are on international grounds. And therefore, you are only waiting on the exchange of your plane to get on your destination, which means, in right statement, you are not going to spend a week, a day, or anything. If not, you have to go through the immigration to get your visa and how many times they will give you. In any country, that must be. But if you are transit, the only way I find that you can be arrested and charged for a crime is if you were walking with guns, explosive, with intention to bodily harm people, or maybe blow up a plane while you were in it because you're suicidal, or where you're going to your destination, you're going to do havoc. It's all speculation, ladies and gentlemen. Because you were really not going to that country in which you were detained, searched, and placed on the watch list. So I want to be fair. Unless the country from which you were embarking to go to had a call or suspicion that you are walking with explosive or other thing to create problem in the country, then they call upon the international affair and the police who will deal with that matter. But if you are a minister of government coming through any country airport, depends upon what government you are serving. And I think I warned, let me repeat, I warned the Guyana government not to get involved with Brazil, South Africa, India, China, and Russia, who are embarking on a new currency. I even make reference to the death of Saddam. Gaddafi, who wanted to bring money into Africa with their own bank, as it was alleged. The United States stand in a corner to defend democracy and human rights. They went to war, as you may know, for that. And yes, they are the one who rightfully installed the PNC government under Burnham with the help of the United Force. And also they play a major role in the PPP with the late Chetty Jagan, with Jimmy Carter, and also with David Granger. And then again, of this time, with the Ali's presidency and government. What I'm trying to tell you, you cannot need a partner in crime. And when something happens, you condemn them immediately because it's not in your best interest. I do not know if the woman was going to launder money, because she can't launder it in China, that she's going to buy things for the country. I am not giving her food for thought. But every country have the law, and you must abide by the law. I could understand that she was coming to stay in America for a couple of weeks as a vacation and was holed up with a stick of marijuana, a script, some drugs. I can understand that. But being a diplomat passing through, going to another country, I think it is more to this, and we should wait and see. Because if a diplomat is traveling from the U.S. to Argentina, and they had to stop over in Guyana to board another plane, it is not protocol for the Guyana Department of Immigration and Customs and other to hold up the person in suspicion unless they had their eyes on them and they were told about what's happening and was not government business alone or what they are saying. It could have been something beyond. I think we should wait and see. Again, a lot of Guyanese was wrongfully imprisoned in America, accused wrongfully, deported to Georgetown, Guyana. And America, for an example, America sent them back home in deportation after jailing them. Friends, but I'm looking at this thing very carefully because I love America. We are servants of the U.S. My children and my relatives and many more serve the country all in Iraq. But that does not mean that we could be 100% right with everything. We jail people for crime committed in America. But alleged there was a man who blew up the Cuban airliner, have hands in it, living in America. 17 or 16 Guyanese life went down the drain at minimum. And we make requests to get the man for trial, and it go on deaf ears. Well, come on, my friends. It must be a two-way street. If you want your prisoner who's hiding in my country or someone in my country to be questioned by your authority and we have to hand them over, I think it should be fair exchange. We need yours. We need what you got. You need what we got for you. Like what's happening with Russia and America right now over prisoner swap. It cannot be a one-way road. We must speak together with one voice. Again, every country have laws. Not because I am Goliath, I can run in David's yard. So my friends, there's a video. I'm going to let you see and then I'll take it over from there. All right? Thank you. Let my cameraman put it on now.
The Ministry of Home Affairs has no intentions of sending its permanent secretary, May Toussaint Jr., on administrative leave, pending the outcome of an obvious investigation launched by the United States authorities. Speaking on the sidelines of a Guyana Fire Service event on Monday, Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben indicated that P.S. Toussaint will remain on the job.
Given what has transpired, do you intend to retain her?
This has nothing to do with a question of retaining her. There's no question about that.
So she'll remain as PS?
There is no question about that. I'm surprised that question would be raised.
Earlier this month, the mobile phone of the PS was confiscated by U.S. Customs, Border and Protection agents on her arrival in the U.S. en route to China. She was also arrested and interrogated by the agents. Her United States visa was also cancelled. The Home Affairs Minister was asked about May Toussaint's trip to China.
Did you know that she was leaving though for
Of course, I gave permission.
Was it government or party?
It is in the interest of the ministry for the visit to occur.
P.S. Toussaint has since returned to Guyana via London, and according to Ben, he is still awaiting a report from her on the incident.
The permanent secretary is back. We will get a statement from her, and then we will engage with the authorities as to the happenstance.
Asked whether his United States visa has also been revoked, Mr. Ben responded,
I don't care about my visa.
But has it been revoked?
I don't know about that. When I'm told, I'll see. That would be a laugh.
The United States has officially refused to share any information about the reason for seizing the mobile phone of Permanent Secretary May Toussaint, but pointed out that standard procedures for checking incoming passengers. Such inspections may include a search of all electronic information stored on your laptop, cell phone, and other electronic devices, the U.S. Embassy in Guyana noted. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I says again, America gets what America wants. And Guyana happens to be an English-speaking country. And according to information, it's alleged, our Jewish brothers and sisters that today are in the Palestinian country and claim it the promised land was to be in Guyana. But thanks to England and America, they say it's too close, so they send them to that country because England was ruling Palestine. Sometimes I think it would have been better off to have the Jews in Guyana. They would have stopped the clash between the Indian and the black with this racial issue. And development would have been there. But nevertheless, it happens. We as Guyanese must stop this nonsense and unite for a national one government, where all the race will be a part of a government, so none can use race and party policy against each other. Remember, Friday coming is Day of Arrival. Would be a holiday, I heard. Then emancipation might be coming up in August, or when. It is time for we to stop it and unite as Guyanese. Respect what happened in the past and unite and open up the doors to Africa and India and elsewhere and help in humanity. Guyana can take 20 to 30 million people. Let's work together for a better and cooperative country with the help of the United States and else to make Guyana a stepping stone for the future of all suffering people around the world. Thank you.